Hi there. I posted this clip of Richard Dawkins a couple of weeks ago, and I've been watching your comments coming in for it, and I thought I would respond. The first thing to mention is that the name of the TV programme that this is taken from is called The Genius of Charles Darwin, and it was on Channel 4 television here in the UK. I recorded all 3 episodes, snipped out the commercial breaks and posted them to the Usenet binaries group, which I believe is called alt.binaries.tv documentaries or something like that. You can search for it on easynews.com. If you're not comfortable with using Usenet, perhaps somebody might have put it on BitTorrent, and it may even be on Google Video now as well. So it's called The Genius of Charles Darwin, and it's a 3-parter. It was shown for the first time about, I would say, 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago now. The second thing I would pick up on, the vast majority of comments have mentioned that Wendy Wright, is it Wendy Wright? Wendy Wright? They've mentioned her expression at the end of the interview and the amazement that she shows on her face at insisting that Dawkins show her the evidence, and then when he does, she doesn't like it. I've got a hair in my face, I don't know whether. Tickling my nose, you know when that happens. The thing I would point out in her defence, which I can't believe I'm about to do, but it was all shot with one camera, and the expression on her face, they cut to the expression on that face. So it could be that that really was the way that she was looking when he was explaining it to her, and that it's just the editing that makes it look slightly disjointed. Or it could be that it's been purposefully made to look as if she was listening to what Dawkins had to say with amazement, when in reality she may have been fully aware of that particular argument, which happens to be the truth. You know, sometimes there aren't 2 sides to a story, sometimes there's just people who get it and people who don't. But I thought that was worth pointing out in the interest of clarity, because 1 or 2 people did say that there are people who in the scientific community who accused Dawkins of twisting the evidence sometimes. And perhaps that's a sort of an example of it. Not that it makes any difference to what he's actually saying, which is completely 100% true. So yeah, show me the evidence, okay, enough evidence, I don't want to listen anymore. The reason that I felt compelled to make this video, though, was not just to pick up on some of those comments, but to point out and remind people that this Wednesday, the 10th of September 2008, the Large Hadron Collider in the world's largest science experiment on the Swiss-French border is going to be switched on for the first time. Particle physicists are looking for the Higgs boson, which is an indicator as to the existence of the boson field, which was present a billionth of a second after the Big Bang, according to theory. Now this experiment is going to take that theory from being just numbers on a page into being a experiment which can be tested and can be used to make predictions, which is a really important part of stepping from something being a theory into being all but fact in everything but name, because there is no such thing as a fact in science, of course. And I just thought it was interesting to compare and contrast the feelings of some of the scientists who were involved in that project, who have spent their entire life dedicating themselves towards being proven wrong, or right, depending on what the evidence shows them. And I thought it would be interesting to compare and contrast that rational, logical, sensible, awake, alive approach to life with the arrogant certainties of blissful ignorance as eschewed by the likes of Wendy Wright and her backwards thinking flat earthers. So thanks for all your comments. I hope to post some more Dawkins clips from upcoming stuff that he's done on UK television. I've held off from posting these comments here for a while because I was fairly convinced that somebody else out there would have them up and everything, but we're up to a couple of thousand comments, views on this particular version of the clip at the moment, so it looks as if mine is the only version out there which hasn't been taken down. I know there was one that was linked from b3to.com that got taken down, presumably by Channel 4 which is a shame. But for as long as this one stays up, keep your comments coming in, although I would just like to add that we hear you loud and clear about the whole thing of the expression on her face at the end. And just to go back to what I was saying before, it's possible that there was a little bit of creative editing going on there. But you never know, perhaps that's just me being making an attempt to be even-handed about it. Perhaps she really did think, oh, evidence. I doubt it though. What do you reckon? Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this nice cup of tea now. Stripey cup!